Hey, what's up? So it is day 99. Crazy. 2024. We're 99 days in to my 365 project. Crazy. It doesn't make any sense that we've already made it nearly a third through this project. So here's how this video is going to go. Basically, I'm going to update you, state of the union of the 365 project. I'm then going to talk through some of my favorite photos from the projects and my favorite Polaroids that we have not discussed yet. And then it's going to conclude with like a relaxing slideshow of all 99 out of 365 images thus far to some nice music. Because I feel like relaxation seems to be what all photography YouTube channels are after. I feel like everybody's like, watch this 2-hour YouTube video of my ambient photography journey with no talking. And are photographers just chill? I've never known photographers to be super chill. I'm not super chill. I feel like with videos like that, you might as well hand me a glass of warm milk and tuck me in for that. But I'm going to do it. I'm just going to let them play for you. So that way you can see the breadth of what we've done so far. If you want to see all of them up to now all in one place, which you can do that on my Instagram at Will Malone and my Polaroid Instagram account at RoidRage72. Quick note, I'm going to have some top-down action when we talk through a couple of my favorite Polaroids. So you're going to wonder what's up with my hand. Well, I'm an idiot, and South Carolina roads and sidewalks are really bad. So I tripped while running, basically. I wasn't paying attention. The road was falling apart. I mean, it was the whole thing. I tripped, and that was it. I laid on the ground for a little bit while I just kind of reassessed my entire life. But yeah, it was, got pretty beat up. So, yeah, my hand's all jacked up, as to not shatter my phone, which I was holding. So, okay, first things first, let's get to what you actually want to hear about. So one question I get a lot is, how expensive is a Polaroid 365 project? Because any photographer knows that there is no way on this earth you can only take one photo a day and that be it with Polaroid film. So what's it going to end up costing at the end of the day? Well, I will not end a day if I don't feel good about what I shot. So that's a big deal, which means that some days I shoot one photo, some days I shoot two, some days I shoot a whole pack. I've had a couple rough days where I shoot like 3 packs. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Now, I've also been told don't keep track of how much you're spending on Polaroid film because it will only hurt. Only problem with that is that all of this Polaroid film is a business expense, so I have to like legally keep track of it, you know, for tax purposes. So I have exactly how much money I have spent on Polaroid film in Q1 2024, and it is, drumroll please, $630.13, which is gut-wrenching. That is a lot of money. Now, one can assume that, you know, I will spend around that each quarter. So multiply this times 4, and you'll get a ballpark of what I will end up spending, which is like, you know, $2,500. Who knows? Maybe next quarter I will spend a little less. I think I will. I had a lot of trips in Q1 2024. So when I went to New York, when I went to Vegas, when I went to Chattanooga, I used more film than I would on a normal week. And Q2 has a little bit less travel in it. So that may help. But yeah, so we're at $630.13. Shout out to Aaron, who donated film to the cause, and that's very helpful as well. So I'm breaking into some of that today. I have some of my own still stockpiled, so I'm probably good for the rest of April, at least. I should be okay for the rest of April. I should not have to buy film until May, I don't think. So I think Q2 will be lower than $630. And that's just partially because I've also warmed up to the project. I kind of know how I work. I know what I'm after. I've gotten some of the kinks worked out. This is just a part of life now. And, you know, it takes about 100 days to kind of get used to that. The first month I spent probably about half of this amount just because, you know, using a lot of film, trying to figure out what I'm looking for, that kind of thing. Okay, so now to the images themselves. So I'm in my second album of the year already. I've had to break into another one. I started this first one end of December, and there wasn't a ton in it, but I filled it up pretty quick with 365 photos. So I have officially started a new one this month. And yeah, that's another thing with these Polaroids, is storing them is also expensive. So these are not cheap. But as far as storing Polaroids, I would recommend just using Polaroids albums. Most people aren't filling these up every 2 months. And hopefully I will not be after this project ends next year. But if I've already filled up 1.5 to nearly 2 in a quarter, I'm probably going to be purchasing a few more of these. So let's talk my favorite images from this project so far, shall we? Let's go into top-down mode here. So last time we talked, we ended at day 30. So I did a video about the first month. So this is where we ended in the last formal video. I've talked about a few after this. I've talked about these Vegas ones in a Vegas video. I've talked about ones, double exposure ones. So I'm just gonna pick a few random ones that we haven't talked about, and that's kind of where we're gonna go with this. So, this one, an unexpected stay. So the reason I shot this photo is because I was staying in a hotel, and this isn't just any hotel. Basically, I did the artwork for this hotel. So this picture right here, if you can see it, picture the hotel art right there, that's mine. So I did the hotel art for this hotel, and as part of the deal, I got to stay there for free. Now, the funny part about that is I did this deal, I don't know, 4 years ago during COVID, and this was taken a day or two before I went to Las Vegas, and my wife contracted COVID. And so what I did, because I didn't want to miss my Vegas trip, I cashed in a free stay that I had contractually for this hotel, and they put me in a room with my artwork in it. So it's got a lot of meaning in it. The shadows are cool. Again, this is where black and white shines, when you have harsh light beaming in, and the shadows create all these shapes. But yeah, this one I have not talked about. I have posted it obviously on Instagram, but this was just a weird thing where I was avoiding COVID and trying to go on my trip, and I ended up staying in a hotel room that I did the art for. So very cool. And I was there for this one as well. And then, you know, I went to Vegas after that, and we talked about that. That video, I will link it in the description, where I went to Vegas and shot these right before the Super Bowl happened. So there you go. Oh, and another hotel had this old phone, and it occurred to me that my daughter, who's a toddler, doesn't probably know what that is. A phone to her is a rectangle. What is this? Who knows? So I just thought that was funny. It was a joke to myself. I had been in isolation for like a couple days, so I was getting a little goofy. Anyway, shot a lot in Vegas, and a lot of them are not good. So yeah, this was a week where I decided to shoot only in black and white. This one is my daughter. Just classic, you know, head and botanicals, double exposure. Very cool stuff. I love these kind of shots. This was at the car show that I posted a video about when I was shooting with the Mamiya 645, and I just love the detail, the fuzzy dice here. It's so good. I just love that. I hadn't up to this point put up a photo about my truck yet, so I had to give the truck time to shine. And there's a bonus photo of this old abandoned car wash that I thought was pretty neat. Some good dog shadows here. This is when spring kind of started. So this film I bought at the local photo store. I was excited about it because it was black frame, black and white. It was a little old, so I rolled the dice on it, and you can see it's already kind of crystallizing up top and turning orange, which I did not know about until just now. So yeah, older black and white film, heads up, it will turn orange. So don't love that. A lot of my really old black and white Polaroids are basically completely orange now. Okay, so this week is pretty interesting. I was really scraping the bottom of the barrel for ideas for this one this week. I just was in a rut. I had other stuff going on. I'd just gotten back from traveling, so I wasn't loving all the stuff that was happening. Didn't have a lot that was exciting me. So I was driving home one night and I drove past this laundromat and I kind of broke the rules of this project, which is to take photos of something organic. And I did not really take a photo of something organic. I saw something cool and took a photo of it. And the way the Polaroid film reacted to the fluorescent lights, it's just next level. It's green, very cool. Laundromats just look good on film, you know? I mean, they just look cool and cinematic. So yeah, that was a no-brainer. Well, I decided to keep the pattern going and shoot other stuff at night. I shot this Waffle House, which I don't really like that photo very much. And, you know, it's downtown thing. I had been really struggling with flash usage. I tend to be afraid to use a flash on a normal camera just because, you know, you just never know how it's going to turn out. And so I'm really trying to get a little bolder with my Polaroid flash. And that's simply just because Polaroid film needs a lot of light and stuff tends to look better when you use a flash. This one's killer. I love this. I actually shot this same photo with my Fujifilm last year when I was just driving past this, and I stopped at the stoplight and took a photo through the rainy window. And it basically, a year later, with my Polaroid, turned out pretty much exactly the same. And it really worked out that this was an orange frame with the orange accents on the building. That was totally unplanned and on accident. So you've seen the New York stuff. Got a video about that I just posted a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna be real with you. Leading up to around day 80, I was really struggling. I had a couple just bad, uninteresting weeks that I just wasn't into this. This is a cool photo, although I took a photo with my iPhone and I was like, well, I'll just make this be the Polaroid project. So I went home and grabbed my Polaroid camera and shot it. And the iPhone version is in fact better, as it says. This one was a cool double exposure on a cloudy, rainy day, and I liked how it looked better upside down. So that's why this one's like this. New York photos you have seen. They've also changed their albums. Notice on these, they just have the indent, and now they have a spot where you can actually put a photo. This is the roughest week by far. I just was not feeling this project this week. And I think the only reason I can get away with that crap is because they're Polaroids, and years from now, these will all be really cool. But right now, as far as my idea and view of this project and what I desire for this project to be, these aren't it. These do not hit my goals. So this is probably my least favorite week by far. Although the toilet is cool. You know, a lot of people shoot toilets now. It's just like a thing, so it's not that crazy. This week started, and I talked about this in last week's Polaroid i2 double exposure video. This is the week that really started to change stuff. This is probably one of my favorite photos of the project. I love how the light is hitting the tree, turned it purple. I love the old wooden fence in it. This is starting to nail what I'm after. So here's a fun thing that I didn't really think about. So basically I'm presenting these on Instagram. Basically every Monday I post the previous week. So I post 7 photos from the Polaroid project. And one thing I noticed is that Mondays are the most important photo because that's the first one people are going to see. That's the cover of the whole week. It sets the tone for the week. And so I've started to realize, oh, Monday's like the day I really gotta hit it. And Sundays are the day I can get away with totally half-assing my photo because, you know, they may not scroll all the way to the end. And this one is my favorite Monday yet. I mean, that just killed it. It was amazing. I was proud to put that as the main tile. And yeah. So yeah, Monday, most important day of the week for this project. For sure. And so we talked about these last week, but I love this week, probably my favorite week thus far. And so I'm finally hitting where I want to go with this project. This one one of my all-time favorites I've shot this whole project. It's just so weird and cool and I don't know, eerie. I don't know. It worked out well. I used the flash to accentuate the whiteness of the mug, so I'm getting better with the flash. And then I don't know, it's just magical and cool. And that's what I'm looking for with this series. I want it to be weird. I want it to be supernatural, like a ghost teacup, basically. Okay, one last one. This was not an official canonical 365 photo, but I did shoot this. This is one that's really cool where I shot a photo of the waterfall, right? But I left a bunch of shadowy space over here so that I flipped the camera and shot a photo of the bridge. So it's a kind of a weird, and in some, I kind of think I should have made this the photo of the day. I just didn't know how to present it on Instagram properly. So this one ended up becoming the photo of the day, and it's my wife, so it's not a bad choice, obviously. But this one I was like, I don't really know how to, via an Instagram tile, express how this photo works. But it's up there for me for sure. I think that's all I'm going to share for now. Thank you to everybody who's been following along this project. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed. Thank you to everybody who's been egging me on. Thanks to Aaron for sending me some film as a donation to the cause, which I really appreciate. And you can follow the project week to week on Instagram at Will Malone and my Polaroid Instagram account at RoidRage72. Now, stay put, stay where you are. If you want to watch a slideshow of all the images I've done thus far to some chill music. So sit back, relax, make yourself comfortable, and, let 99 images just run across your eyeballs. Enjoy.